and Glee. Live stream, hopefully we don't say
Hola, you amazing artist.
Hi, everybody.
Hopefully you guys could hear me pretty well.
And see us. We had bugs, technical bugs, but we actually managed to get on the live stream a little bit early.
Yep. Technical difficulties is what we were running into.
Ugh, who doesn't have technical difficulties? Everyone I know that live streams has technical difficulties.
Well, we are excited to be back. This will be our live stream, our actual getting back into the world.
Yeah, and
Hey,
we've
Andy Cat.
missed you guys.
Yeah, we've absolutely missed you guys.
Today was a good day. Rafi went outside.
Howdy.
Hi, Ellen. Hi, Anna. Oh, hi, everybody. Wow, we've got a lot of you guys here already. That's awesome.
Macy said, hi, I love your channel. You guys inspire me so much.
Oh,
Aw.
thank you. Yeah, so the book is in its semi-completed stage. It
Yeah.
needs copy editing, and we're talking to the printers.
Yep. And I did all the sketches for it, and all the artwork is in the book. It's pretty much a lot of the artwork that's in the book probably looks like a 5-year-old did it, and I did that on purpose.
It's wonderful. I've been looking over it, and I'm loving it so far.
Yay, Jessica's here, my first live stream with you guys.
Welcome to your first live stream.
So just to make you guys aware, I am still kind of like wrapped up in the book, but today I did get to leave the house. I had a big meeting for what may possibly be a huge commission.
The most giant mural ever.
So I will keep you guys filled in when it comes to that, because that's pretty exciting and terrifying, completely terrifying for me. I've never worked on a project quite that big before.
Yeah, and Rafi was not sure about how he did during the presentation.
No, I went in, I had all my stuff ready, and I went into this presentation, and when I walked out, I felt like I totally bombed.
Fortunately for you, I was there watching, and you did not bomb. I think it went very well. I'm pretty much 100% sure that you got this commission, so there's that.
So excited to find out what's on your minds. Thank you, Tammy.
Pretty much the book, and...
All right, I'm going to go clear my throat.
Okay. Also, Rafi is getting ready to release his 2020 calendars, which usually happens before now, and there's usually multiple calendars to choose from.
So just to fill you guys in, writing a book is a major undertaking. Like, it is way bigger than I thought it was going to be, because I'm me. So whenever I set out to do a project, I'm like, it's only going to take about this much time. No, it is a huge undertaking. You need to focus on the book. So
To which I reply, duh.
yeah. So while I was trying to focus on the book and trying to run our business, because it's obviously the busy season for Klee, and there's certain projects that I'm working on, like releasing calendars, and it's been challenging. Let's just leave it at that.
Ellen Reiser said, no ending sentences ending with at in the book, or I'll have to hurt you.
I promise. There won't be anything at. That's it.
That's fun. I see what you did there. Yeah,
I know,
that's
it was
good.
bad.
That was pretty good. Whitney, first time here. Hi, Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
I'm so happy to see all of you guys. Well, not see you guys, but see you in the chat box. It's awesome.
So something fly in my face. Okay, so let's get started with the chat box. Hopefully I'm all there, you guys. I don't know. I'm not all there today. Let's
Tammy
put it
said,
that way.
hopefully not having sun didn't make you ill. It made him something.
I
don't know. It'll be good for him to spend more time not sitting in front of a computer.
Yes. And I'm very, very happy to be able to have a conversation with you guys. I've been looking forward to this.
Diana said, don't know how you find time to do all you do. We don't know either. Our plan right now is do everything humanly possible whenever humanly possible. basically. That's
Yeah.
how we're going.
Pretty much at least once a day I walk into somebody had said who said Andy Cat said I loved your imposter syndrome video.
Thank you.
At least once a day I'm walking into a moment of overwhelm, and that's when I have to pause and sit down and just regroup, because the only thing I can really focus on is what I'm working on right now. So whatever it is. So at some point today, after I had my big meeting for the mural and we went and ran some errands, some business errands downtown, the first thing I had to do was finish designing my calendar so I could launch it today, because the calendar needs to have a deadline because these are pre-orders for the calendar. So that's all I had to focus on. Even though I have a million other things going on, you just have to focus on the one thing that you're working on, and then when you're done, you move on to the next.
Unless you're Rafi and you decide to also build and install a little rig over here in the studio to hold some craft
I did
paper.
do that too. Well, I needed a rig for it.
You were like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm going to build some stuff.
Dawn says hi.
Hi,
Dawn.
Karen, did my first market last week. Used lots of your tips and hints. Thanks. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I hope it went
Congratulations.
extremely well.
Yep.
Vicky, recently saw your post. Hater said bad things about Rafi. A friend once quoted to me, if you don't wish to be criticized, do nothing, be nothing, say nothing.
Yep.
That's so true.
It is so true. If you don't want to be criticized, don't put yourself out there.
Corey said, hi, made it to a first live. Congrats on the book. Hi,
Awesome.
Corey. Thank you for joining us.
Bam VFX. Don't forget to breathe. Thank you. Yes.
Thomas said, hey, guys. Hi, Thomas.
Hey,
Thank
Thomas.
you for joining us. Lysandra Painting, hey from Cleveland. I've been watching your videos for a while now, and they are always very inspiring. I wanted to say I just sold a painting in the show I was in on the last day. Love the podcast.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Very cool.
Hopefully our clapping didn't just like clip the microphone.
Yeah, I know. So one of the things that made me think of one of the sayings that we had when we first started, because when you first start, let's say you're doing a festival or something, it can feel like nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And one of our sayings to get us through it was, it only takes one.
It only takes one.
So whenever I was maybe getting a little bit discouraged because nothing was selling or whatever, I would just say, you know what, it only takes one. And that meant it only takes one interaction with somebody for them to become a lifelong fan of your work.
Yeah, or for amazing things to happen.
Yeah.
And it could be like at the very end of the day.
Yep.
Speaking of markets, Ryan A. Raymond, hey, thanks for all the advice you both give. My wife is doing a 3-day Black Friday weekend booth at the local mall. Any last-minute tips for her?
Oh.
Tell her to have help on hand,
Yep.
whether it's you or a friend, lots of water, and be prepared for the day to go by like that.
Yep. It's going to be a blur. It's going to be a blur.
Yeah, that weekend is crazy.
Definitely don't forget to have fun. Have a bunch of snacks in your pocket.
Yeah, snacks. Bring a towel. That's a rule for hitchhiking the galaxy
Yes.
and doing shows.
Exactly.
And laugh a lot and have a good time.
I wrote my artist bio today. Thanks for the pointers on that. Awesome, Claudine.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I was just revisiting my artist bio and seeing how I could tweak it. I tweak it like once a year.
Yeah, I think you should tweak it. Whenever you read your artist bio and you're like, I don't want to change that, just go ahead and change it. Too many people are too concerned about getting it right the first time. Just write as you go.
Yeah. Anna Cardenas says, my first live. I finally made it. You guys are awesome.
Yay.
Hi from
Hi,
Costa
Anna.
Rica. Hi, Anna. Good evening from Wisconsin.
Good evening.
Retail peddlers unite.
Yes.
I recently had to renew that county tax receipt and fill out our retail peddler form, and I chuckled to myself.
By the way, my retail peddler design for a t-shirt, I do have that on my list of things to do. So I'm planning on getting that done and showing you guys the design.
Awesome. Claudine Diamond, my first festival I sold nothing, so I made a face painting sign and made my booth fee by painting children's faces. That's awesome.
That's awesome,
Way
Claudine.
to think on the fly. and
Yeah,
be
I love
creative.
that. I love that.
Oftentimes, the first show can be bumpy. When I started at the market, people were scoping me out to see what I was all about, but I didn't sell anything. You have to stick with it.
Yeah, but even still, I love that because that's like multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
Like you're finding a different way to be able to make money, and I think that's what a lot of artists miss out on. Is that you're totally a creative genius. You could come up with so many creative things to do, in a pinch to be able to make some extra money. And that is just an additional stream of income that you could bring in for yourself.
Deborah Webster says, "Hi guys."
Hi, Deborah.
Vicky, I sold 3 paintings 2 months ago, enough to buy a new laptop computer.
Yes, Vicky,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Congratulations. That's awesome when you can reinvest into something you need for your creative
Yep.
life. Oh, ooh.
Ooh, Tammy Hickey. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy. So the first time we had Super Chat, we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But now we know what it is. So we're going to try to give you a shout out and ring this fun jingle bell.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Whitney, I was accepted as an emerging artist at the Fort Worth Arts Festival. I've done some similar craft shows, but nothing of this magnitude. I make wire-wrapped jewelry. Biggest advice, inventory amount.
You let her know.
Just bring everything you have.
Yep. Yeah, and don't worry if you feel like it's not enough or if you feel that it's too much, especially when you're dealing with jewelry. You could pack jewelry, keep it under the table, and then replace things as you sell it.
And again, it's good to have someone to help you at big shows, a friend, a person, a spouse, whoever, someone to help you that you can have a good time with. And remember to just be yourself, have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Have fun. It doesn't matter how big the show is. People are people. Just treat them like people and have a good time.
Yeah.
Heidi, hello from Memphis. Hi,
Hello,
Heidi.
Heidi. Ooh, t-shirt sounds great.
Yeah.
We have so many t-shirt and jewelry designs that we want to get into the works for.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff.
I've got a bunch of plans for, like I write things down in a list, so I have a bunch of plans for t-shirts. It's just getting over the hurdle and having some time, which if I get this mural commission, yeah, that's going to be a challenge. We'll talk about that later.
Then we'll talk about new designs for 2021.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing a mural for 2020.
Yeah.
Whitney,
Aw,
thanks. I'm so
Amanda
excited.
Kent.
Oh, ooh, jingle bell.
You're failing on the jingle.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
That's so awesome.
Tammy said you're welcome. Whitney, thanks. I'm so excited about it. Yes, Whitney, you should be. That's awesome.
Heidi, I've been watching all your YouTube videos. Love the insights and value you add to the art community.
Oh, thank you, Heidi.
We're just, sharing our crazy adventures as we experience the things.
James Gaskins, just want to say hi. Congrats on the book. So excited for you. Thank you, James.
Thank you, James. Amanda, oh no, I tried to send 5, but put it in the message. It's okay.
It's absolutely okay. Thank you,
We're all
Amanda.
figuring this jazz out together. Jessica, hey y'all. So I have a question about auctions. Do you ever auction off pieces, Rafi?
Like, do I auction pieces at like Christie's? Is that what you mean?
Not yet.
No, I have not. I have done auctions here to raise money for charitable causes. So I have done auctions. As far as like auctioning off my work, I don't think I ever
We've
have.
never hosted an auction per se.
No.
Claudine, I have a list of t-shirt designs too, but I have little Photoshop experience.
Claudine, you just got to jump in. I had zero Photoshop experience. And when you're getting in there, just remember to have fun and don't be frustrated with yourself. Just have fun. I taught myself how to edit videos and taught myself how to do all that stuff by taking on fun projects and just learning it as you go.
Andy Cat, do you allow people at festivals to take pics of your art? My hubby says that anything in public is fair game, but I can understand the artist being wary of someone copying their art. Your thoughts?
You could put a sign in your booth that says please do not take photographs, and you could tell people not to take pictures. Even though it is a public event, if it is inside of your booth, that still technically is your property. So they are not allowed to take pictures. But then again, I take each situation on a case-by-case basis because there are a lot of people that really love a piece and they want to take a picture because they want to show somebody.
Yeah, or they're considering buying it.
If somebody comes in and they're like, dun, 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 and you get a bad feeling about it.
Certainly if they have villainous music following
Yeah.
behind them, then you may want to ask them to please shoo.
Yeah, exactly. People are people. Just treat them like people. Rafi, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
yes,
totally.
That's right.
Jessica, no, just on your own. Like, I've done some auctions in person, and I had some people criticizing me because I had a starting bid, lol.
Oh, no. Yeah, you know what? I've done I think when we did Art Party, we had a starting bid
Oh, yeah.
on our stuff. Like, it makes sense to have a starting bid.
If you don't have a starting bid, people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You got to give them a ballpark to work in. I think a starting bid is always smart for that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Sarah, it's amazing seeing so many people in. I know, it's
Yeah.
so great. I feel like it's been forever since we've talked to you guys.
Yeah.
I think we did the live stream. We didn't skip any live streams. It's just there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I've been in a writing hole.
Power tool artist. I have a show this weekend and they require a donated item for a raffle. Should I donate a high, medium, low price?
Yeah.
I go middle ground.
I go middle ground too.
Yeah.
I go middle ground too because honestly, whenever there have been those kind of raffle things, people disassociate what's in there from you, and sometimes they don't. They come and look for you. So I would go middle ground. Nothing too high end and nothing,
Something you're proud of, but
Yeah.
nothing that you will never do again because it was so hard.
Yeah. Sarah Dell, here. You guys are awesome. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Bam FX. I do a lot of Photoshop and I learned it all from YouTube. Even made a few tutorials.
Yeah.
YouTube University is
Man.
awesome.
Yeah, YouTube is, back when I was learning how to edit videos, the way that I learned how to edit videos was by making horror movies with my kids.
Yep.
Inspired by movies like The Ring and stuff like that. And a lot of it was even in the early days of YouTube. That's where I went to learn how to use the programs.
Nicole Groot, I'm working on my first solo painting exhibition and I love listening to you guys on long studio days. Thank you for being awesome and for all the advice. Your videos make me believe in myself. Yay! That's
Thank
awesome.
you. That's awesome.
Tater Flap said, good morning. I've got my bourbon. Where is yours? Salute.
This is yellow water, Tater Flaps. Yellow water.
Apple cider.
Yeah.
It's fall.
Stay weary of the villainous music. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you can just feel the villainous music coming.
Yeah, when somebody walks into your area, if they're taking pictures, they usually look pretty shady. If they have bad intentions.
They have male intent.
And by all means, just tell them hey, I would appreciate if you didn't take a picture. A lot of times what I do is I stand in front of the picture. I'm like, don't you want a picture of the artist with the artwork?
Then they're like, ugh, if they're villainous.
Yeah.
Rachel Kerr, I've been learning the online t-shirt biz as a way to earn a little extra income. It's slow going, but stoked to see my artwork on merch.
Oh, that's exciting.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
Mario, my daughter Cassandra is slowly and naturally growing her colorful cast brand. She has done well in local shows and will headline a local Comic-Con next year. Thank you for all your advice.
Oh, that's so
Yeah!
awesome, Mario. I
We've been
love hearing that.
following
Yeah,
her,
we've been
and
following her.
Man, her work looks so awesome.
Yeah.
We're so excited for her.
I am simultaneously excited and proud at the same time of seeing all the stuff that she's done. It's amazing.
Vicky said, I'm going to change my name from Vicky Neville to Sarah Neville when I get the money. I already signed canvases with Sarah, and you can do whatever you gosh
That's
darn
right.
well please.
That's
so
right.
That's awesome. Hi from Canada. Hi.
Hey.
Curious on your video editing, if you could briefly discuss subbed out. Do you do advise?
On my video editing, curious on your video editing, subbed out, you do advice.
Well, we can tell you all the video editing's done in-house by this guy.
Yeah, that's me. I do all the video editing. So basically, I have a method to my madness to try and make it as short amount of time as possible, but it still takes a lot of time to edit video.
Yeah.
So at some point when I actually get that down, I'll be doing a video about that and about YouTube as an artist, if you want to do YouTube.
Be real, relentless. Focus is funky.
Focus is-
Yeah. We've had some whoppers of videos where the camera was wonky.
Yep.
Tammy, I learned how to fix certain appliances in my house using YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did some serious work on our vehicle via YouTube
Oh yeah.
University.
Oh yeah. I
changed the suspension. And,
Yep, I changed the entire suspension on our old car watching YouTube.
Yeah, Tater Flap said cheers.
Cheers.
Be real, relentless. Bam FX, any video editing by chance, looking for some Okay, well, you guys.
Oh, you're
did.
looking for someone to do video editing. Gotcha. Yeah, I would, you know what? I would take a look in your local area and see if there's anybody that's going to school for it that's interested in getting some more experience working on something that isn't necessarily theirs.
Yeah, good call. Cheryl, got my coffee. It's a bit chilly where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's a bit chilly a lot of places.
Yeah, it was. Well, today was not chilly. Today was actually
Not
pretty
for us,
hot
no.
in the studio. As you could tell, I think I look shiny.
We've had some cold nights dropping into the 30s. That's been exciting. Actually, I am excited to be wearing sweaters.
I am too.
Can you guys briefly discuss your video editing workflow?
I will discuss my video editing workflow once I have that down pat. Right now, what I'm doing is essentially I have one day set aside for editing video, but usually one day is not enough because of what I do. We do like 4 videos on Patreon. We do 2 videos on YouTube,
And then
plus
usually
the
one
podcast.
podcast and then the vlog channel.
And then the vlog channel, we either have 1 or 2 videos. So, like, I need to actually cut down my workflow or figure something out to be able to do the amount of videos that we do.
Karen Smith said, someone took photos at my market. Turns out they invited me to take part in another market, so just gauge their energy.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
You never know what somebody
Exactly.
is there for, so just engage with them, totally.
Software, I use Sony Vegas Pro 10 or 11 or something, whatever the newest one is.
Vicky said, I seriously want to start a YouTube channel. I want to talk to the masses. Dude, it's so awesome.
It's been
Do it.
it's been a life-changing experience for us, and I might actually talk about that in a future video
Yeah.
on how it's had an impact on us and what we
Yukiko.
do.
Sorry. Yukiko, how have the necklace stands been holding up? They are amazing. They're taking all the abuse from shows and handling it like
Yeah,
champions.
they're really good. They're really good.
I could not be more thrilled with them.
Christopher, hi Rafi, hi Chris.
Hi, Christopher. Checked out your jewelry today on your website. Clean, nice work. I paint and wrap crystals, so I can tell you put serious work into your craft.
Awesome.
Thank you, Claudine. I definitely love what I do.
Yep, she does. She talks about it a lot.
BamFX, you do a great job video editing. I love the intros based off on the theme of the video, like exclusive content, Rafi rants, etc. Music is great too on those.
Oh,
intros.
thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Anna, my fave video was the imposter syndrome. It made me face the fact that I'm afraid of getting out of my comfort zone. I'm taking advantage of the new year to take the risk.
Oh,
Thanks.
very cool.
You know, no matter how long you're at it, I feel like you have to go rounds with imposter syndrome. I don't think any of us escape that ever.
No, and the thing is that like no matter what experience you have in the future, there are like what I call pockets of insecurities that you have that usually don't reveal themselves until you're actually putting yourself out there
Then
or
you have to
doing
face it, yeah.
or doing something that you haven't done before. There are a lot of times where you don't even know that it's there until it pops up. So it's an ongoing journey, and I get myself excited about the next insecurity I might run into just because that's who I am.
Vicky said it was 11 degrees here last week,
Yes.
100 miles west of Detroit.
Ugh.
Be real, relentless. Brief thoughts on Patreon. Patreon's one of the best moves we've ever made.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Our Patreon family is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's changed our lives.
Yeah,
in
and I
amazing ways.
I still haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing on Patreon. We just share more personal stuff about ourselves, and we've really developed a family on there.
Yeah.
With the people that are there with us.
And so we get to share with them and they share with us, and it's so awesome. We're like, we have each other's backs in
Yeah.
all the endeavors. Andy Cat, good point, Karen. And Tater Flaps, just woke up from a nap. I thought it was 8:15 a.m. Good evening, not good morning. Good evening. It's okay. Sometimes naps happen and sometimes they're long. Let's discuss red bandana. I wear one differently, but you're partial to red. Any reason or just what it is?
I just like the red ones.
When I first met Rafi, he wore several colors of bandana and eventually decided that red was what he liked the best.
Yeah, it's like this reddish burgundy color, and so I usually go and buy a bunch of them.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. because they don't last that long. They get, wear and tear.
Yep.
Macy Bird, I've seen a lot of your tip videos, but does anything come to mind as far as getting over the fear of showing your art to new people? I feel like it's showing intimate parts of myself, and I'm bashful.
Oh, absolutely.
It's true, it is. You are being vulnerable when you show your artwork, and the best thing I can tell you is that it does get easier with time.
It does get easier with time, and the thing is that, putting yourself out there, you're exposing yourself to criticism and to different things that we're afraid of. And a lot of times we don't do things because we're afraid of facing those criticisms or rejections or any of that negative stuff. And in all honesty, you got to put yourself out there because people are going to talk crap regardless.
No matter what, yeah.
And but that's the only way that you can really find your peeps, like the people that are all about who you are and you have something in common.
Yeah. Ron Rogers, check out your local tech school for video editing. Ours has a media class that looks for projects, a place to check out. Free haircuts at cosmetology class, too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Totally.
Thank you, Ron.
3 Carlina, I just hung my art up at 2 cafes for the very first time. Thank you so much. I've watched all your vids. You both have helped me so much.
Yes,
Congratulations.
that's so awesome.
That is awesome. April, hey, first time watching live. It's 40 degrees Celsius here. Jealous of
Woo!
everyone's cooler weather.
Yeah.
40 degrees Celsius, that is.
Yep.
We don't get very much cool weather where we are either, so
Yeah.
we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it was kind of swampy out today, to be honest with you.
What kind of art books do you guys have and buy? We have a ton, and some have to do with like philosophy, mindsets. Like we really like Brene Brown a lot, actually.
Yeah.
She's not technically art, but
No, it's not an art book, but we listen to a lot of audiobooks that have to do with like your mindset and who you are and just being happy and that kind of thing whenever we're in the studio. As far as art books, a lot of the art books that I do buy have to do with philosophy or anatomy and just painting techniques. Not really a lot of the art career books that are out there.
not so much.
No.
We do like American Art Collector magazine. They
Yeah.
have some really cool
Yeah, because
stuff.
I like looking at the pictures.
Sarah Dell, you can look for public TV studios around areas that may have classes too. I know a city in Michigan that does it.
Oh, that's very
Yeah, that's
cool.
a good
Thank you,
idea.
Sarah.
Cheryl Henning, court settlement in the mail. It'll be here in a couple of days. I can now start taking. It skipped.
Right here.
I can now start taking my art seriously and no more recycled junk materials. Halfway through my first large piece. So far, so good.
Awesome, Cheryl.
Congratulations. And also
Congratulations.
kudos to you for starting with recycled materials and working
Yeah.
with what you have.
I love that. I still work with stuff like that because it makes things exciting. It pushes me outside of my comfort zone.
And thank you, Colorful
Yay!
Cats! Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Whitney, would you guys ever be willing to take a look at my website just to give a quick first impression and any advice to change your ad? Not right now, but if so, how do I contact you outside of here?
Whitney, the best way is to contact us just via our website. At some point, I am going to put a button on there that is specifically for non-commission for our YouTube following. But yeah, just contact us there. And then I keep those emails in a list. And whenever I do have time, I go through them.
Sarah said, sorry, my chat keeps breaking up my sentences. And Vicky said, talking to you on YouTube is so magical yet real.
Colorcast, this is Cassie. Thank you for all. Oh, Cassie. Hi.
Hi! We are so excited for you, and we thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we are proud of you,
Yes,
Cassie.
we are.
We've been following you, and we think you are awesome.
Yeah, you're going to do awesome things.
Yes.
You're already doing awesome things.
Yeah, you're.
Christopher, thank you both for your support. I'm 1 month into being a full-time artist, and I'm happily very busy. Big holiday market this coming Sunday, and I'm cranking out spacey art stuff.
Yes, Chris.
Christopher, you're doing it. We're
Chris,
so excited.
You are an inspiration to us.
Yeah, because you are going for it, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Be real relentless. After a while, when placing art to the universe, one grows thicker skin. Clee, what materials do you mostly work with? I work mostly in sterling silver, gold filled, and gold, and I work with all the stones, semi-precious and precious stones.
Yep.
Yeah, love them. I love them. They're exciting to work with.
I did my first craft sale last weekend, and all your suggestions and advice on craft sales came in useful. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you,
Awesome.
Rebel.
Congratulations.
Luna, oh no, I'm late.
That's
no,
okay.
you're fine.
We're still going for
Yep.
another half hour.
Yep.
Do you guys have any advice for a single mom trying to find time to work on art that doesn't involve waiting till my 3-year-old goes to sleep? Oh man, yeah, time can be rough.
Man, the only thing I did when I had kids was, especially with my 2 and 3-year-old, was I would give them projects and work on projects at the same time. It's a little bit distracting, but it's because you have to constantly be checking on them. But it was better than me not doing anything at all.
Anne asks, can you talk a little bit about what activities are worth doing as an artist and what aren't? I find there are many opportunities out there, but with children, I need to prioritize. So here's the rough thing about that. Everyone's experience is going to be different.
Yeah.
So the things that we've decided may not be worth it to us might be worth it to you.
Yeah.
So-
and the thing is, you're in a different area.
Yeah.
So
We've decided right now in this stage of our careers to focus on our online presence, and I do our local market, and we've stayed away from bigger shows that cost a lot of money. But I know plenty of artists that do really well at big shows.
Yeah.
So you really have to kind of like feel it out and see what works. But I do understand the time constraints.
yeah.
Definitely. I think an online presence would be beneficial to you because you can do it from home.
Yep.
I work in mixed media, and the stuff people throw out amazes me, and get almost all my goodies from dumpster diving.
I
You can find
know.
some really good stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
for random stuff for art. Yeah, spacey art. Yeah, spacey art. Aw, shucks, thank you. I'm blushing. I want to step out of my comfort zone. Kind of scary judging myself before the universe can do it.
Yeah, Vicky, you know what? Whatever you say in your own head to yourself, just look at that relationship and think to yourself, all right, do I want to deal with this negative voice for the rest of my life, or would I rather turn it into a cheerleader? Because that's really what it comes down to. If you are your own biggest cheerleader, no matter what anybody else tells you out there, you're just not going to relate to it if it's negative.
Yeah.
So be your biggest cheerleader because you're awesome.
Absolutely. Cordial greeting said, sweet, I arrived late too.
Yeah.
And Tim, I'm going to say your name wrong, Tim Guillemette said, sup.
Sup.
Sup. Andy Cat, Clee, do you still do your weekend market? Yes, I do, and it's in full swing right now, so I'm every weekend. I take breaks.
I'll be back. I got to get water, so you keep talking.
Okay. I take breaks from the market, like during the hot months and when I don't have time to do it. But yeah, I'm still there. I'm actually going into I'm in my 8th year at the market, and it's a really great market. Rafi pieced out a couple of years ago from doing the market, but he still likes to go in the morning with me.
It's too hot.
It's too hot. His setup was a lot of work for him too, even though he did everything he could to make it very efficient.
I did at one point. At one point, I designed my walls where I could actually store the artwork in there, and they would close and lock up. And so I get to the market and just set up my walls and open them up, and my artwork was in there. But even then, the walls were just too heavy, and it's too hot. It's too hot.
Yeah.
I don't like the hot.
Steven, I'm not an artist, but my other half is, and she's incredible. She loves your channel, and because of her, I am here tonight as well. I can really feel the love and community. Oh, that's awesome.
Hi, Steven.
Luna Azel. Oh,
Question
The
for
ticker
Clee.
question for Clee, or both. I'm curious to see what you think. Should I use my married name for my art page, or should I use my maiden name, or maybe a combination of both? FYI, both names are unusual. It's totally up to you. I use neither. My jewelry page is actually my first and middle name, Clee Angeli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, use whatever you want. Rafi Perez is actually the most common name that I have could ever use on the internet. So right now it is me and a gay artist from Tel Aviv who are
It's
fighting.
also very popular.
Who is also very popular, who are fighting for the first spot on Google. So that's So I would recommend whatever is not popular, use that. Because when somebody types in Rafi and Klee, because Klee's name is not as popular.
Well, there is a famous artist, Paul Klee, but I still come up in the
Yep.
search results. Okay, real quick, guys. The ticker tape is moving pretty fast, so if we miss your question, please
Ask
feel
again.
free to ask it again, and we'll try to catch it.
Naomi and Wendy's here.
Hi, Naomi and Wendy. It's okay if you guys are late. That's why we go for an hour.
Rafi and Klee heads up. Fuller Gallery, Curate Gallery, Blue Giraffe, and newly opened Art and Soul 30 has emerged. All these are right for you. Your work has a place here.
Thank you. I talked to Curate Gallery a couple years ago, and I was busy and they were just opening, I think, so like nothing came of it, but we definitely want to get out that way and explore.
Yeah.
Andy Cat, I hear you about the heat. It's been a hot summer down here. Yeah, it's been kind of brutal the past couple summers. I loved the flea where we met you. Awesome. Just saying hi from KC. Love you guys.
Oh, hi, Robin.
I still like cheese. Me too.
That's great, Charlie. So do we.
April Cleve, I've been offered a place at a local store, 30% commission plus rent. I want to get known locally, but this seems high to me. No markets till next year. Should I wait for a better opportunity? It's totally up to you.
I would take 30% commission plus rent. I think it all depends on how much foot traffic they have. I would have to measure that out and see.
If you think you might do really well there, I would say go for it. That's exactly the situation that I was in at my first gallery. It was that rent plus 30%.
Was it 30% or 15?
It didn't start off at 30, but it got to 30 eventually. Right. But it was a really good traffic, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the same problem as Rafi. My paintings are huge, and it's incredibly difficult to set up at art fairs, markets, and shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, big paintings.
Well, Margie, to be fair, I have basically an array. So I have my big expensive pieces, and then I have smaller pieces that are less expensive whenever I do markets, because you want to kind of cover the prices across the board. But even with the smaller pieces, there were so many of them that it was just a pain in the butt to set up all of these pieces and then the big pieces. So, yeah.
And that's where the artist enhanced prints came in, too. They were easier for him to show and also open the dialogue about the art.
And they were waterproof.
Big plus.
Yep.
Fort Myers was brutal this summer.
Oh, I believe it.
You.
Yeah.
Being better with the business and marketing than my actual art, but thoughts if people might want services like that? People want all the things.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what you're willing to do.
Yeah.
And thank you, Mr. Micro.
Oh, thank you. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Stitching Haven. Hi, guys. Hey.
Hey.
Vicky, think you never saw one of my comments. 10 of my pieces are on display along with several other wonderful artists at Battle Creek Art Center. Hope something sells.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Us too, Vicky. I'm sure you guys are going to do awesome.
I'm sure it will.
Lisa Stevens, for moms that need time to create, partner with another mom. And the other mom doesn't necessarily have to be an artist, just a person that wants some time to herself to get things done.
Oh, that's brilliant, Lisa.
Yeah,
that is
really
absolutely brilliant. That is great advice.
Totally. Blue Water Pines. Eek, my experience with commish has been difficult, but the League of Craftsmen draws many, and I would scramble to keep stocked.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you ever have any questions about specifically when it comes to commissions and stuff, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know, because I know that's tricky ground to walk on.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be terrifying. In fact, one of our Patreon close dear friends said she won't even call it commissions because if she calls it a commission, it's game over.
Yeah.
So she just calls it custom.
Custom.
Yeah.
I like that. Hi, Rafi and Klee. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. Thoughts on opening a large studio place with supplies that artists could come and utilize in order to collab or teach or be social. So something like that just opened up in our town, and it's called the Bare Hand Collective, and they do shows, they have workspace, they do lectures, And it's getting off to a slow start, but I think it's good for a community
Yeah.
in general. I think it's something that's pretty cool.
I think anything that you do like that for other artists could go either way. It all depends on how it's being run.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely depends on how it's being run. Hi from Tallahassee.
It's Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Hi. Custom, yes. I
Yes,
like that.
custom.
Yeah.
It's custom.
And also, if I'm stressed about a commission, I like to remind myself that I'm just sitting at my bench, I'm just making something, and if it doesn't work out, I can try again.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sue, I love creating, but I'm a bit of an introvert. How can I come out of my shell?
You gotta. I mean, you don't gotta do anything, but just going out there. And I think a lot of my fear when it came to putting myself out there had to do with feeling like I was vulnerable. But when you do put yourself out there, wherever you are, where your artwork is, just make that your space. That's your domain. So when somebody comes in, they're entering your space. You're the boss.
And whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable, and little by little, you will get comfortable with it.
Rafi, have you ever used acrylic ink? If so, how? I used acrylic ink, probably not the way that you're supposed to.
Never the way you're supposed to.
I dipped it into the crevices of a textured piece so I could get more
Ooh,
depth.
That's cool. Shaz says, hi from Eugene, you amazing artist. Hi,
Oh,
Shaz.
hi.
Eugene's one of my favorite cities in the whole country. Megan, custom is what I call anything my customers order that I don't already offer.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
totally.
I like it.
A studio place sounds fun. Yeah, a collab studio space can be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Zaremski Green Arts. I'm thinking of starting a business here in my town, recycling used canvas for artists, but that would be my side gig. I still love painting.
Oh, absolutely.
That's cool.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Vicky, I do some 8-foot by 4-foot pieces, have to break them down and reassemble for shows, yet it's worth all the crawling around on the floor to be able to share my ideas.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
pretty awesome, though, yeah. And big pieces have so much impact.
They do.
I know you love working big.
I do love working big.
Hi from Las Vegas.
Hey.
Hi! Or must I be more extroverted? Sue from Chicago. Okay, I'm going to tell you real quick, Sue. I am one of the shyest people you could ever hope to meet. Really, truly, honest to God, that's how it was. And through doing shows and this channel and all the various things, I totally came out of my shell.
Yeah.
But not at first. I was terrified. It helps to have someone with you that makes you feel comfortable at events and shows that you can laugh with.
Yeah.
And you get used to it. So
And I think that that's the thing. If you're going to the shows and you're already pre-paving by dreading going because you're going to have to talk to people, I think it's all about how you set it up in your mind. Like, you're just going to go and meet people and, you know, have a conversation. And anybody that you don't want to have a conversation with, you don't have to. Maybe I'll do a video more on that, because I have a hard time where we define ourselves as an extrovert or as an
versus
introvert.
Yeah.
We're a little bit of both. We're always a little bit of both. So maybe I'll do a video, Sue, about that.
I think that would be good. When we started, I couldn't even bring myself to say hi to people.
Yeah.
You know? We should do a video.
We will.
You guys have answered a few of my questions tonight, and it's wicked awesome and appreciated.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
are welcome. You guys thought of doing stuff on TikTok? Rafi got on TikTok, and he's like...
I'm figuring it out.
He's figuring it out.
Yeah.
I got on TikTok, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Hi guys, hearing about your art journeys made me see that I'm actually on the right path and not a failure. I feel so empowered after watching your videos. Thank you. Hugs from England.
Aw, awesome.
That is awesome. You are definitely not a failure.
No, you are not a failure.
Adventure seeking artist. I just participated in my first market this past Saturday, and your tips have been so helpful. Thank you so much. What is your take on live painting? Prep work ahead of time.
I do live paintings, and when I do live paintings,
You almost always prep.
Yeah, I always prep, and I actually get the painting done about 30 or about 45% done of the way, and have it timed for however long the event is. So I get the painting started because honestly, nobody ever really knows if you had the painting started or that's how far you got.
No, and
So
they're not paying attention.
just make it easy on yourself. Plus, it gives you time to be able to stop and talk to people while you're working.
Andy Cat, Sue, I'm introverted too. My art helps me to come out of my shell, believe it or not.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah, one of the things that brought me out of my shell was just my passion for talking about rocks for hours and hours.
Dawn says, did you guys sell a lot when you first started? I have done 3 shows now and the sales have been slow. No,
we
Dawn.
didn't. It took time.
Dawn, it took about 6 months for me to make some kind of consistency to what I was doing, but even then it wasn't a whole lot. And it took me about 4 months, and that's doing 2 shows every weekend before I actually sold anything.
And I think it's a combination of like building your confidence, and also when people first see you, they're like scoping you out. They're not sure what
Yeah.
you're about, so they want to get to know you first. At least that's what it is at the market.
Yeah.
Sue, I forgot to thank you. You're inspiring me to really get serious about my art career. Looking forward to your book.
Aw,
Thanks,
thank you,
Sue.
Sue. Thank you.
Blue Water. Tonight, waffles with nice butter, real maple syrup from my daughter in Vermont, and mixed glazed fruits.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Okay, well, we'll be there also, in spirit at least. That sounds amazing. Is the painting behind you Art Noir in style? I really like what I can see of it.
Oh, no, not necessarily. That's actually an old series that I created, and it's called the Seventh Day, and it's based on an experience that I had, where I changed my life from corporate dude with a suit and a tie to what you see right now.
Non-corporate dude with a beard and a bandana.
Yeah, the beard is new.
The beard is glorious. Yeah, the Seventh Day. That painting's been in the works for a while. Be Real Relentless said, Clee, I totally get that vibe from you that you were shy and now you're a blossomed flower. To all, take notice and know you can shed that, but only if you want to.
Yeah.
And don't criticize yourself if you struggle at first, because we all do.
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
do. I mean, it's just learning a new habit or a new skill. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Totally. Clee, have you ever found a rock on the ground in Florida you made a piece of jewelry with? Some rocks are cool looking. I have found in Florida some shells and things that I have made jewelry with. And I found a fossilized, what I think is a fossilized rock, but not in Florida. It was actually in Oregon that I made a necklace with.
I think it was a fossilized turd, actually.
It might be poo,
Yeah.
but so fossilized that you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Rafi said that would be hilarious because I'm actually kind of afraid of poo. If it was poo, and I wore it around my neck for a long time. I'm sorry, did you mention that you're writing a book together? Just curious.
Aw,
Oh, thank you, Bam.
thank you so much.
Whoa, thank you a whole lot. You get an extra jingle from us. Thank you guys for the super positivity.
Yeah. Aw, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
you guys are so awesome. He is writing a book, and I am giving feedback and doing some of the editing process.
Yeah. So I'm writing a book, doing the sketches and drawings, and the book has a lot to do with our journey of becoming an artist, and it has a lot to do with the mindset of facing all the insecurities and putting yourself out there and doing all the things to get yourself out there. So
Yukiko, if y'all were superheroes, what do you think your superpower and name would be? Oh, that's such a good question.
what would my superpower be?
Oh,
Would you say?
your superpower is to inspire other people. Insert corn.
Lame superpower.
Cheesy. But that's true. Your superpower is to inspire others.
Yep.
Oh man. We're going to have to think on that.
We will think about that.
Yeah. There's a lot of superpowers that I would want to have, like teleportation.
Well, Clea's superpower, I call her Muscles Galligan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess I would wield a hammer, because that's what I wield. But
We'll have
probably
to-
not like a Thor hammer.
We'll have to think about that because, yeah.
Yeah, Muscles Galligan is my superhero name for right now.
What do you advise about pricing when you're starting? I may be pricing too high, but I'm pricing according to a mentor. You know, Dawn, that's all fine and dandy when somebody else is giving you advice on pricing, but really what it comes down to is how do you feel about the pricing?
Yeah, if you feel really icky about it, then just go with your gut feeling.
And I don't mean to put down any mentors or anything like that. I'm really happy that you have a mentor, but in all honesty, they're not the ones out there giving the price, and they don't have any right giving you any real advice as far as the price goes.
Yeah, you got to feel good about it, because if you don't feel good about it, your vibe's going to be all whack when you go to tell people the
Yeah, and
prices
if you've
of
heard
things.
of micro expressions and all that stuff, trust me, you could
The
try
struggle
and
is real.
you could try and seem like you're confident about the price, but it's going to give you away, and people are going to catch on that subconsciously. So just make sure that whatever price you're giving, that you feel comfortable with it. My rule of thumb is whatever price I have on my artwork, it always feels to me like I'm giving that person an awesome deal. So whenever I do give them the price, that's the vibe that's coming off. It's like you are getting an amazing deal on this piece. So just measure it out that way.
Tater Flaps loved those scary stories. Rafi, where's that haunted house at?
That haunted house is in North Lake, Illinois,
Yeah.
somewhere.
I got to see it.
It'll probably still look dark and gloomy as you walk by.
Tammy Hickey said, poo. Ew. Yeah, I concur. Miss Rogue 18, hi, longtime watcher, first time question asker. Is Instagram a good place to sell my art? Just showing, not selling yet. My handle is sgarts23. I love to show my work on Instagram. I don't know how much traffic is going to my website from Instagram, but I know that a lot of people do well selling.
Yeah.
Like there's options to link your e-commerce site to like shopping features on
Yeah.
Instagram. That's something we're going to be looking at this new year.
Yeah, it's something that we're going to be looking at. As far as like selling stuff, honestly, I use social media just to like communicate what I'm doing. And if I do get any sales on there, it's just kind of like a side effect of showing the stuff. I would not set your measurement of whether or not something is successful by how much art you're selling on it. I would set my measurement by how much of a connection I'm making on there. So just because it could be really disappointing if you are trying to sell art on there and it's not selling.
Shannon, what kind of jobs did you guys have before you became full-time artists? So my 3 jobs that I had before this were health food store, brand ambassador for Nintendo, and a mannequin dresser. All pretty fun. I enjoyed them.
I was a corporate trainer for Lowe's Cineplex Odeon. I was a district manager at Starbucks, and I was also a regional sales manager at an industrial filtration company.
That
So
last
that's
one.
what I did.
Maybe not as
Can
fun.
you see it? Can you see it?
You've got a face for selling filtration
Yeah.
systems.
When will we get your book? You will get the book as soon as it is done. Everybody that pre-ordered the book gets a special copy of the book, and I'm planning on mailing those out by December 16th. So that's the plan so far. So far, so good.
North Lake is a good place for hauntings.
Yes, it is, right? North Lake.
North Lake. And it's above there, but someone had asked, what's your best-selling piece of work? Your Seasons of Change series is pretty popular.
My seasons have changed, but honestly, they go through cycles. There
Yeah.
are some pieces do well sometimes, and I think it just depends on what's popular.
Yeah, mine cycle too. My hammered
Yeah.
spirals are usually pretty popular with the folks. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. That's a really good
Indeed.
quote.
Indeed.
I like that. Clee super positive sass and Rafi super blunt but with kindness.
I like those superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate, actually.
I like that too. Hi, Charisse. Better late than
Hi,
never.
Charisse.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Hi, guys. Hope I haven't missed it all. So glad to see you back, and congrats on the book. Thank you.
Thank you,
We're happy to be
Charisse.
back. Pricing is my worst attribute. Still trying to find the balance between size, material cost, and time. We all are forever.
Chaz, that is going to be ever changing. It
Yeah.
is always going to be evolving because the more popular you become, the higher you put your prices. There's demand. There's all kinds of things that fit into it. So just find a price that you're comfortable with now, and just know that you could raise it incrementally as you go, because it will have to go up.
Yeah, one thing I've learned is that it's easier to raise prices than it is to lower them if you came in too high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even still, if you did come in too high, don't worry about.
You can do what you want.
Just do what you want. They're your prices. You get to choose how much it's going to cost.
Margie said, "Oh my God, North Lake, Illinois is 1 hour south of
Dun,
me."
dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun. Zaremski are, I have a little side business where I decorate tiny Halloween coffins. I can never sell them online, only in person. So I keep in mind that some things don't sell online, at least not very well.
Very true. Very true. Unless you already have a following of people and you're selling them in person, I would suggest that you set up whatever website you have there. Remember, all in-person sales, that is face-to-face marketing for whatever online sales you have. So anything that you do in person, see if you could get them to go online.
Mm-hmm. Sue, will you do a video about creating your own personal website? Do you think it's essential? I do think it's essential. Yeah.
You know what? I do think it's essential. So I don't know how to show anybody how to create a website, but I could talk about a website. And if you guys go to our website, you're going to see that it's just stock full of everything. Everything that I think is fun, that we think is fun, goes on the website. The bio and all that stuff, like nothing is boring. A lot of artists' websites that I go to are freaking boring. They are like textbook style, just absolutely a snooze fest. So if you do create a website, put your personality into it.
Yeah, totally.
And have fun with it.
The reason I think it's essential is because, like, for example, I actually tried to refer business to an artist friend of mine recently who doesn't have a website. And it was really hard to tell the customer how to check out his work or where to go.
Yeah.
Just as one example. But you should just have a landing page where everything you do is featured. You know?
Yep. Yeah, and something where everything leads back to that one. Because even on social media, you could have it lead back to your website.
Rafi, have you YouTubed any self-publishing writers on YouTube? If so, who do you like? I like Jenna Marassi and Writerly for my writing how-to vids.
Well, thank you. I'll have to check them out. I have not, because I've been so busy with the book that I have not researched self-publishing. Honestly, I ran into an issue with the publisher, the online publisher that I was going to go with. So it turned out better because I'm actually going with a local publisher, so I'll be able to look at the book and the pages and the quality while it's being published.
Yeah, which is going to be super awesome. Luna said, "Thank you for your answers. Sorry for the delay trying to make some nachos from scratch."
Ooh,
nice.
Nice. Thank you.
Delicious. Love, love, love you guys.
I said thank you as if we were getting nachos. Sorry.
Thank you for the image and imaginary smell of nachos.
How many hours a day do you guys usually work? Usually we get up, so we'll hit the studio around 9 o'clock, and we try to stay in the studio only till about 5 or 6. But
lately, that hasn't been the case.
Lately, it's been like 9:30 or 10, so it's
Yeah.
just been full days in the studio.
Yeah,
which
12-hour days is kind of where we max out. We try to keep it more around 8 hours in the studio.
Yeah, I would recommend not doing that because you could easily burn out.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to just do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But not continuously.
Yeah.
Since our Saturday market stopped for the season, no weekly sales now, so I'm live streaming, making an art piece every day at 3 on Twitch. Today was day 18. User art at 3.
Oh, cool, Shaz. Very cool.
We're checking out Twitch, actually. We're thinking about a concept for something on Twitch.
Yeah, maybe some boring thing of the studio, and we call it Watch Paint Dry with Rafi and Clea or
watching
something.
paint dry with Rafi and Clea. Yeah, we thought we could just turn on the camera and have you guys join us.
Do you pay for your website or use a free No, I pay for my website.
We pay for it, and it's kind of a lot, but we figured out it's actually like 1/4 of what we were paying in fees on Etsy.
If you are, I do so much business through my website that it would be dumb for me not to pay for the security and all the stuff that I have.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's worth it. How much would you bring for a 4-day show? I got one coming up and panicking. Everything you have?
Yeah. Everything you have. 4-day show, usually I would have enough stuff to fill my walls and then I would have maybe an additional 10 to 15 pieces under the tables.
Yeah. I mean, don't panic if you don't think you have enough. Just bring what you have.
Yeah.
Can you show how to do a landing page?
On a website? Probably not. You'd be better off Googling somebody who does that kind of stuff.
Rafi flails valiantly through web design.
I learned how to do web design, but honestly, it is constantly evolving and constantly changing, and I just push through it and learn how to do it the hard way by making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
As far as like creating a landing page, do you mean I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, we have some landing pages on our site. Love you too, just building a site now on Squarespace. And is it possible to just use a WordPress blog as a website?
That's what I have.
Our site is from, it's through WordPress.
I have the WordPress. It was the blog, and then I got the business
that
site through
e-commerce
WordPress
package.
Yeah, not the e-commerce, the website, the business package. And the reason that I went with them is because it's security. It's safe. It's safe for anybody that goes to my site. I don't have to worry about people getting hacked.
Deborah said, "This is my first time on live." I'm glad you could join us, Deborah, and congratulations on building your new website.
Thank you.
I think Squarespace is pretty good.
Yep.
It's like a good middle ground, like
It is.
not entering code or anything, but customizable.
Yep.
Hey y'all, first time catching the stream. Hi Phil. Thanks for joining us. Hey guys, looking good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kelly, hey guys, glad to have you back.
Hi, Kelly.
We're glad to be back.
Yes, we are.
We missed you guys. Hi, you two. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, Paul. We know you got stuff to do.
Yep.
WordPress all the way. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
We love WordPress.
I'm always watching a bunch of fellow idiots on Twitch playing my favorite games.
They're not idiots. It's fun. That's awesome, Christopher. Yeah, we want to get on the Twitch. Some friends of ours have Twitch channels.
We'll figure it out. We've got so much going on, so
Yeah.
maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Anyone needing help with marketing, landing pages, and all that jazz, please hit me up and we'll give help. Mention this live chat and we'll be complimentary for Rafi and Klee rule.
Awesome.
Thanks, Be Real.
Yeah.
That's really cool of you to offer that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, listen, you guys, I know how to build my own website, but it's very, very layman's. I as far as like building landing pages, I wouldn't know how to walk you through that. So, yeah, thank you, Be Real.
Yeah. Missed you guys too.
Aw.
I'm late too, but I'm here now. I just created my artist page on Facebook today. How to go about showing my art on there for the first time? Do I just post them and let people know how to message me to purchase?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're wanting to to sell through Facebook, that's a perfectly
Absolutely.
good way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shaz, I put all my finished work up in a local bar, have sold a couple so far. Any tips for how to sell when you're not present? I don't drink, so I'm not in the bar often. If you have info cards
Yep.
below the piece, you're golden.
That's what I do. I usually
Yeah.
have the information cards underneath there, and I'll also create some flyers on GotPrint, little cards. It's not that expensive if you go through GotPrint, and just to advertise myself.
Phil said, or should I set up an Etsy and post a link to send them there? You could do both if you want
Yep.
to. Either or
Yep.
both. I know plenty of people that do well with either of those routes. Shaz said, do Twitch. You want to watch paint dry with Rafi and Klee? Sometimes I'll be hammering loudly and stuff. You can watch that too.
Yep.
Where do we find you, Be Real Relentless? Oh, yeah. So Be Real, definitely post where people can holler at you.
Yes.
Do the Twitch. It's the best thing that ever happened to me art-wise. Good to know.
Very
Thanks.
cool.
I have WooCommerce through WooPress. Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah.
rocking also. We like it a lot. It's very customizable.
Yep.
I have WordPress with Cadence themes. Good for artists. Tons of portfolio
Yep.
options. Miss Kitty saying hi before it's time to say bye. Hi, Miss Kitty.
Hi, Miss Kitty.
Yeah, we are getting close to that time.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
So-
Let's take two more questions.
Okay.
Have you ever had a work get damaged at a bar or establishment, Rafi? I have not, but that's because I have an agreement with them, a written agreement which states that if anything does get damaged or there's anything like that, they're responsible for the price of the piece. So it causes them to take care of it, but also there have been certain businesses that I just got a bad vibe from that I didn't put my stuff in.
Yeah, he decided no, thank you.
Yeah.
One painting, it wasn't irreparable damage, but one painting did have like spaghetti sauce on it one time, but that was okay. It
That could be
wiped off.
cleaned off though.
I was painting my aunt's bathroom today and was binge watching y'all's backlog videos. That's awesome.
Thanks, Phil.
I love that you guys like are creating in your studios and you have us on.
I
and
do.
we
I
can be-
absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Okay, one more question.
Yep.
Oh, let me read this first. Thanks so much, you guys, for all your inspiration. I've been putting myself out there a lot lately, and I'm so busy with commissions. I have people waiting through the new year.
Oh, that's
Yay!
awesome, Laura. Very cool.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. WordPress
Okay.
for sure. Have you having a blog and posting regularly? Yes, it does.
So last question.
Yep.
Would you suggest buying a website first or using a free site when starting up?
I would suggest using social media when starting up as a free site, and then getting a website. In this day and age, you could get a website for a pretty inexpensive price. So
If you want to test the waters, then
Yeah.
totally get a free site.
yeah, I mean they have
See
the
how
free
you like
sites,
it.
and then you could turn that into a paid site. But yeah, I would definitely use social media because you could have a Facebook page and just direct people to your Facebook, and that gives them the opportunity to follow you and take a look at all the stuff that you have.
Okay, are we saying goodnight?
We are saying
Okay,
goodnight.
guys, if we didn't get to your questions, we still love you so much.
Yes, we do.
Please feel free to join us on the next live stream and ask us there or reach out to us in any way that you see fit.
Yep.
And with that, do we have any announcements to make before we...
You know what? I did not update our announcements page, so
Oh, that's
totally
old.
disregard that.
Please ignore that.
It was really awesome hanging out with you guys. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I think it has something to do with all the writing and stuff that I've been doing. I don't know. I'm blaming my writing on why I don't feel good. But
Right now, your writing is like...
yeah, I know. But thank you so much for hanging out, you guys.
We adore you guys.
Oh.
I look forward to this live stream so very much because you guys are all the fun in the whole world.
Yeah, and thank you so much for the questions and stuff. And we have a few video ideas that came out of this live stream. That
Yeah,
will be,
we like to look back at your questions too and maybe do videos about them.
Yeah. So have a good night, you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I totally adore you,
Yeah.
as always.
Mwah.
And adios.
Goodbye.
Except I forget how to.
We're still on.
Bye from Melbourne. Bye. Thank you. Bye, you guys. Love
Bye,
you.
guys.
I found the button.
Good day and good evening.
Adios.